Here's a story about a teenager who got called selfish in the middle of a food court. Not for being cruel, just for leaving food on her tray. It's one of those moments that seems small on the surface, but cuts deeper than you'd expect. This is what went down. I never thought leaving fries on a tray would make me a bad person. I was at the mall with two friends on a Saturday afternoon, the kind of day where you're not really there to buy anything, just to be out. We'd been walking around for maybe an hour when we decided to grab food. The food court was packed. Families, groups of kids from school, the smell of pizza and teriyaki mixing together in that specific mallway. I ordered a burger and fries combo, standard. I wasn't starving, but I was hungry enough, and honestly, I just got what I always got. We found a table near the window, and I started eating while my friends talked about some drama from school I was only half paying attention to. I made it through most of the burger and maybe half the fries before I just couldn't anymore. I was full. I pushed the tray forward a little and leaned back, still listening, still part of the conversation. Then I noticed my friend Kayla staring at my tray. She didn't say anything at first, just looked at the fries, then at me, then back at the fries. I felt this weird little flip in my stomach, like I'd done something wrong, but wasn't sure what yet. Finally, she said, "You're not going to finish that?" I shook my head. "I'm full." She pressed her lips together. "You going to take it home then?" I hesitated. I mean, no. The fries get soggy, and I don't really want to carry it around the mall. Kayla's face changed. It wasn't just disappointment, it was anger. She told me that was wasteful, that people are starving, and I'm just throwing away perfectly good food like it's nothing. She said I do this all the time, and she was tired of watching me be so careless. I felt my face get hot. The people at the table next to us glanced over. My other friend, Mia, looked down at her phone, clearly not wanting to be part of it. I tried to explain, I didn't mean to waste it, I just got full. And the portions are set, you know? It's not like I can order half a combo, but even as I said it, I felt guilty because she wasn't wrong. I had done this before. And I did feel bad about it, even before she said anything. Kayla didn't back down. She said I was selfish, that if I cared at all about the world or other people, I'd either finish my food or take it home. And the fact that I wouldn't do either because of soggy fries or not wanting to carry a bag said everything about my character. I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to apologize. Part of me wanted to defend myself. Mostly, I just wanted to disappear. Mia finally jumped in and said, "Maybe we should just drop it." But Kayla shook her head and said she wasn't going to drop it this time, that someone needed to tell me the truth. I stared at the tray. The fries were cold by now anyway. I thought about picking up the container and taking it with me just to make her stop. But something about that felt worse, like I'd only be doing it to perform, not because I actually wanted to. The rest of the time at the mall was uncomfortable. Kayla barely talked to me. Mia tried to keep things light, but it didn't really work. I kept replaying the moment in my head. Her face, the word selfish, the way the people around us had looked over. I started wondering if she was right. Maybe I was selfish. Maybe I should have just finished the food even though I was full. Maybe carrying it around wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I started thinking about all the other times I'd left food on a plate and whether that made me a bad person. By the time I got home, I felt like I was stuck between two things that didn't fit together. I didn't want to waste food. I also didn't want to force myself to eat when I wasn't hungry or carry around something I wasn't going to eat anyway. And I really didn't want to be the kind of person my friend thought I was. I texted Kayla later that night. I told her I was sorry, that I understood why she was upset, and that I'd try to be more mindful. She didn't respond until the next day, and when she did, all she said was, "Okay, that was it. No, it's fine. No, I get it. Just okay." I talked to my mom about it a few days later, and she asked me if I thought Kayla was mad about the fries or something else. I didn't know. Maybe both. Maybe neither. Maybe she just really cares about food waste, and I happened to be the one in front of her that day. Mom told me it's good to care about waste, and it's also okay to listen to my body when it says I'm full. She said the way Kayla talked to me wasn't okay, even if her values were good ones. That you can believe in something and still not make someone feel small for not doing it perfectly. I don't know if Kayla and I are really okay now. We still hang out, but there's this weird tension sometimes. I'm more careful now. I order smaller sizes when I can, and I do take food home more often, even if I don't always eat it later. Part of me does it because I want to. Part of me does it because I don't want another scene like that. I still think about that day in the food court, about whether I was wrong, about whether caring about something gives you the right to call someone selfish in front of other people, about how much of myself I'm supposed to change to make someone else comfortable. I guess I learned that doing the right thing isn't always clear cut, and that sometimes people use their values like weapons, even when they don't mean to. Here's the thing about raising kids with strong values. It's one of the most important things we do as parents. But there's a fine line between teaching conviction and teaching rigidity, between encouraging accountability and encouraging shame. This story reminds us that even when someone's heart is in the right place, how we communicate matters just as much as what we believe. So, what do you think? Was she wrong to leave the food? Or was her friend out of line? Thanks for listening, and tell us your thoughts in the comment section.